Hello friends, welcome you in my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mohammed Sirajul Faisi. Today in this video, I am going to talk about NCERT book Unit 16, Chemistry in Everyday Life. So you know the importance of chemistry in our daily life. So I will discuss about the drug and their classifications. So what is drugs? Drugs are chemicals of low molecular masses. These interact with macromolecular target and produce a biological response. When the biological response is therapeutic and useful, these chemicals are called medicines and are used in diagnosis, prevention, and treatment of disease. Most of the drugs used as medicine are potential poison. If taken in doses higher than those recommended, use of chemicals for therapeutic effect is called chemotherapy. Now, drug can be classified on criteria on the basis of pharmacological effect, on the basis of drug actions, on the basis of chemical structure, on the basis of molecular targets. So, drug target interactions. What is drug target interactions? Macromolecules of biological origin perform various functions in body. For example, proteins which perform the role of biological catalyst in the body are called enzymes, and those which are crucial to the communication system in the body are called receptors. Carrier proteins carry polar molecules across the cell membrane. Nucleic acid have coded genetic information for the cell lipids, and carbohydrates are a structural part of the cell membrane. We shall explain the drug target interaction with the examples of enzymes and receptors. So, enzyme as drug target. Catalytic action of enzymes, you know that. Look at this specificity of enzyme actions. This group is active site and this is substrate, and this is the enzyme holding substrates. Now, drug enzyme interactions. Drug complete with the natural substrate for their attachment on the active site of enzyme. Such drugs are called competitive inhibitors. Look at here. This is enzyme, this is active site, and this is your drug, this is substrates. There is a competitive drug and substrates competing for active site of enzymes. So active site with the change shape, you see. So enzymes drug block the active site of enzymes, active type of enzymes. So this is the inhibitors, this is enzyme, this is allosteric site, and this is active site. Receptor and drug targets. Receptor are proteins that are crucial to body communications process. Majority of these are embedded in the cell membrane. You look at this cell membrane. There is the outer surface of the cell membrane and binding site of receptor. And receptor protein, interior of cell and inner surface of the cell membrane. So this is the cell membrane and this is the animal cells. So interior of cell and binding site, this is the chemical messenger, outer surface of the cell membrane. Now binding site, you see the messengers. So receptor receiving chemical messenger, shape of the receptor change after attachment of messenger, and receptor regains structure after removal of chemical messengers. So therapeutic actions of different class of drugs. You know the antiacid. What is antiacid? Our productions of acid in the stomach causes irritations and pain. In several cases, severe cases, ulcers are developed in the stomachs. So such type of medicine, the histamines, cimetidines, ranitidines, antihistamines. Histamine is a potential vasodilator It has various functions. It contracts the smooth muscles in the bronchi and guts and relax other muscles, such as those in the walls of the fine blood vessel. Histamine is also responsible for the nasal congestions associated with the common cold and allergic response to the pollens. Synthetic drug bromophenramine, dimetep, and terphenadine, seldane act as the antihistamine. They interfere with the natural actions. Look at this dimetep or dimetane, bromophenramines, and this is terphenadine, seldane. So these all are chemicals. Neurological active drug, we have the tranquilizers. What is tranquilizer? Tranquilizers and analgesic are neurological active drugs. These affect the message transfer mechanism from nerve to receptor. Tranquilizers are a class of chemical compound used for the treatment of stress and mild or even severe mental disease. And these relieve anxiety, stress, irritability, and excitement by introducing a sense of well-being. They form an essential component of sleeping pills. There are various types of tranquilizer. They functions by different mechanisms. For example, noradrenaline is one of the neurotransmitters that plays a role in the mood change. If the level of noradrenaline is low for some reasons, then the signal sending activity become low and the person suffer from the depressions. In such situations, antidepressant drugs are required. So you see, iburonazid and phenazines, Nardril, chlorodiazepoxide and equianil, meprobamate, Verenal, Valium, serotonins. Now analgesic. Analgesic reduce or abolish pain without causing impairment of the consciousness, mental confusions, incoordinations or paralysis or some other disturbance of nervous system. These are classified as follows: non-narcotics, analgesic and narcotic drugs. Non-narcotics analgesic aspirin and paracetamol belongs to the class of non-narcotics analgesic. Aspirin is the most familiar example. Aspirin exhibits the synthesis of the chemicals known as prostaglandins, which stimulate inflammations in the tissue and cause pain. These drugs are effective in relieving skeletal pain such as that due to the arthritis. These drugs have many other effects such as reducing fever, antipyretics, and preventing platelet coagulations because of anti-blood clotting actions. Aspirin find use in the prevention of heart attack. And now narcotic analgesic, morphine and many of its homologs, when administered in the medicinal doses, relieve pain and produce sleep. This is the structure of morphine, this is the structure of heroin, and this is the structure of codeine. Antimicrobials. You know, antimicrobial disease in human beings and animals may be caused by a variety of microorganisms such as bacteria, virus, fungi and other pathogens. And antimicrobial tend to destroy, prevent development, mental or inhibit the pathogenic actions of microbes such as bacteria, antibacterial drugs, fungi, antifungal agents, virus, antiviral agents, or other parasite, antiparasitic drugs selectively. Antibiotic, antiseptic, and antidisinfectants are antimicrobial drugs. So antibiotics, you know about these are salvarsan, pontosil, sulfanilamide, sulfapyridine, azodine. So bactericidal and bacteriostatics. Penicillin, aminoglycosides, afloxacin, and these are the erythromycin, tetracycline, chloramphenicol. You see, chloramphenicol isolated in broad spectrum antibiotic. It is rapidly absorbed from the gastrointestinal tract and hence can be given orally in case of typhoid. This is the general structure of penicillin and this is the structure of chloramphenicol. Antiseptic, antiseptic and disinfectants are also the chemicals which either kill or prevent the growth of microorganisms. Antiseptic are applied to the living tissue such as wounds, cuts, ulcers and diseased skin surfaces. Example are furanacin and soframycin. These are not ingested like antibiotics. Commonly used antiseptic Dettol, a mixture of chlorosilinol and terpinol. Bithenol, the compound is also called bithenol, is added to soap to impart antiseptic properties. Iodine is a powerful antiseptic. Its 2 to 3% solution in alcohol water mixture is known as tincture of iodine. It is applied on wood. Iodoform is also used as an antiseptic for wound. Boric acid in dilute aqueous solution is weak antiseptic for eyes. So you see this is the structure of chlorosilinol, this is terpenol and this is bithenol. Anti-fertility drugs. Anti-fertility drugs, norethindrons and erythroestradiol. Now chemicals in foods, food colors, flavors and sweeteners, fat emulsifier and stabilizing agent, flour improvers, anti-acetylene agents and bleaches, antioxidants, preservatives, nutritional supplements such as minerals, vitamins and amino acids. Artificial sweetening agent, nowadays people using this, aspartame, you see aspartic acid part and phenylalanine methyl ester parts, saccharin, sucralose and anti-elitame. The aspartame is the most successful and widely used artificial sweetener. It is roughly 100 times as sweet as cane sugar. Food preservative, antioxidants in food, your cleaning agents like soap, about this soap, and types of soap we are using every day in different types of soap. Why do soap not work in hot water? You see the insoluble calcium acidic, this is the soap. So synthetic detergent, this is lauryl chloride, lauryl hydrogen sulfate, sodium lauryl sulfate, anionic detergents, and this is the structures. Cationic detergent, this is the cationic detergent, and non-ionic detergents, look at here, acetic acid and polyethylene glycols giving these products. So friends, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel and thanks for watching.